Let's do some catch up here on Hell's Highway. So I played 2 more turns. I played turns 2 and 3. All right, so on the little moon looking things there, the red and black circles, those are supply turns. So both the German armies, they get three supply points per turn. I've had to use them, rolled some 6s. No isolation yet. 30 Corps has unlimited supply, so they don't even have a marker. The only time you use those is when they get an isolated unit. 101, they roll on a table. All the airborne units roll on a table right here. And of course, they had a -3 to it, so they rolled a 4. No, so they get a -2 die roll modifier. They rolled a 6. So they got a 4, so they got 5 supply points, and 12 is the most you could have, and they had used 2, so they're okay. Supply. I'm gonna go over supply again real quick. So the airborne units, 30 Corps is the weird one. So the Germans and all the allies except for 30 Corps, their supply path can be unlimited number of hexes to a source. So for the airborne, it's to their supply head, which is underneath that headquarters unit there. And if they can't trace it to the supply head, they can trace it to their headquarters. Okay. The German units, it's unlimited off to one of the tactical reserve boxes. Okay. Which they've got them everywhere. All right. So you literally got to surround a German unit to cut him off from supply to isolate him. All right. More drops came in for the Allies. The headquarters, that artillery piece, and that glider infantry. And then one down here. Now it's weird. This glider infantry, he's underneath this disruption marker there. He landed. He was able to move. He didn't disrupt. And he ended up moving and then got into a fight. And that little German unit there, he hit him for 2 step losses. So he retreated 1, took a step loss, and he disordered. The Germans down here. Okay, so my philosophy is to slow down 30 Corps. Okay. The 101st. All right, so you see the bridge markers that are clear with the arrows? Those cannot be destroyed again, cannot be attempted to destroy unless a German headquarters goes and tries to rewire them. And I don't see that happening. Well, I mean, I guess it could, because you got all these units over here that are slowly going to start coming on. You got one batch that came in. This one will be coming in on this turn. A couple bridges up here got destroyed. That one on the main road did. So that needs to be fixed. The 101 Airborne Headquarters units can do that. So he'll probably have to go that way. But I still got this damn, was it 10th SS? One of the SS armored units, small one. He's just putting up a fight. They can't budge him. They pushed him back 1 hex, but now he's sitting in that town in a mixed hex, and they just not be able to reduce him. So they're just going to push him across the map, I guess. Let's see. All right, so 30 Corps. Well, you stack up that road, and they just cannot get going. And those 2 units over there, they have 8 movement points they can trace back to a road hex that's in supply. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they just barely. They if they go 1 more hex forward and this front line doesn't change, they'll end up being isolated. Or then you have to use supply points to resupply them. And that's when the 30 Corps track comes into play. So I did have an exploitation move where a unit moved 1 hex after a German Fallschirmjäger was pushed out of his hex. The guys that are, if you have units in travel mode that are adjacent to the enemy hex and the enemy gets eliminated or moved out, you can exploit move, which remember, if you're in travel mode and you're mechanized or motorized, it's unlimited. Well, there was another German unit, so they weren't going very far. They moved up 1 hex. So interesting to see what that's going to be. So the philosophy here is, like I said, I can't do much with the 101 back here as the Germans. So I need to slow down 30 Corps, delay them as much as possible because they get victory points for exiting the map. And then hopefully these units coming in can deal with 101. And then you got some SS units over here, or are they Fallschirmjäger? The SS units that can come in and maybe help deal with the 101. Because the 101 only has 1 more reinforcement. And that looks like that's an airborne artillery piece right there. It comes in on turn 6. So if they can beat up some of those units and get some points out of them, that'll be pretty good. All right, so far, so good. Enjoying it. Had a lot I needed to do today, but I did manage to get back here and play a couple turns. So we'll keep on this. And as soon as I play a couple more turns, if I can ever get that breakout going over here. So if I can ever play a couple more turns, and I'll get some more posts back so we can see the progress. Because now that the 101 has taken most of the bridges, they're pushing on Eindhoven right now. There's really not much there to defend that. I moved everybody forward, but I think now I need to recall somebody back in here to help. Maybe they'll get lucky and these bridges will get blown. Yeah, that's bridges. Okay, so when any one of the Allied units moves adjacent to a bridge hex where one of the bridge entry hexes is, the Germans can attempt to blow it on a die roll. Most of them are 1, 2, or 3. The major road bridges are 1 or 2. On this map, all the bridges can be blown because there's no rivers, just mostly streams and canal. So you can see that we've had a couple blown up, like I say up here. There's one blown there, one blown there. All the rest that they've tried to blow, they were unsuccessful. Like I said, they have to get an engineer or headquarters in there to rewire them. All right, let's get this posted so y'all can see what's going on here. All right, talk to you soon.